What if I told you the biggest tax you pay isn't to the government, it's to your laziness, your pride, and your bad decisions? Over 250 years ago, Benjamin Franklin wrote The Way to Wealth, and it's one of the most savage guides to money ever written. Today, we're breaking down his roots and translating them for modern life. Because if you understand this, you will see why most people stay broke by choice. Franklin wrote, "We are taxed twice as much for our idleness, 3 times as much for our pride, and 4 times as much for our folly." The translation: your laziness costs you income, your ego costs you life's inflation, and your stupidity costs you everything. We complain about taxes, but we ignore DoorDash, impulse Amazon buys, or status spending. The real drain on your wealth isn't external, it's internal. Time is life. Franklin says, lost time is never found again. If you love life, do not squander time. Time isn't money, time is life. Money can return, reputation can recover, time cannot. Every hour of scrolling, every day procrastinating, that's not harmless, that's irreversible. The wealthy understand this. The average person trades time like it's infinite. It isn't. He who rises late must trot all day. Early to bed and early to rise makes a man healthy, wealthy and wise. Franklin understood momentum. When you lose the morning, you lose control. You spend the day reacting instead of directing. The people who would win long term, they drive their day. Which leads to one of his most powerful lines: drive thy business, let not that drive thee. Either you control your schedule, or it controls you. Franklin didn't believe in waiting for rescue. God helps those who help themselves. He that by the plow will thrive, himself either hold or drive. You want results? Get your hands dirty. Too many people want ownership without responsibility, success without oversight. Franklin warns, the eye of the master will do more work than both his hands. The translation is: attention beats effort, supervision beats exhaustion. You don't need to do everything, but you must watch everything. Because not to oversee workmen is to leave them your purse open. Delegation without oversight equals financial leakage. Franklin repeats one theme constantly: small things destroy big things. A little neglect may breed great mischief. For want of a nail, the shoe was lost. One missed payment, one ignored detail, one careless hire. Disaster rarely arrives loudly. It leaks in quietly, which is why he warns. Beware of little expenses, a small leak will sink a great ship. It's not the yacht that bankrupts people. It's the subscriptions, the lifestyle creep, the tiny daily leaks. This is where Franklin gets brutal. Silks and satins put out the kitchen fire. Fond pride of dress is sure a curse. Pride is as loud a beggar as neat. Modern translation: designer brands, luxury crowds on credit, status Instagram lifestyles. Pride begs just as loudly as poverty. You don't need it, your ego does, and ego is expensive. He adds, buy what you do not need, and soon you will sell your necessities. That's not poetic, that's foreclosure. Franklin despised debt. He that goes a borrowing, goes a soaring, as he said, or the second vice is lying, the first is running into debt. Debt forces dishonesty. It steals peace, it destroys your independence. And he reminds us, as he said, creditors have better memories than debtors. You may forget, they don't. So, Benjamin Franklin's radical advice? As he said, rather go to bed supperless than rise in debt. Short-term discomfort beats long-term bondage. If you want to be wealthy, think of saving as well as of earning. Get what you can and what you get hold. Income alone doesn't make you rich, retention does. Because, as he said, gain may be temporary and uncertain, but expense is constant and certain. Income fluctuates, bills don't. And this line hits the hardest, as he said, for age and want, save while you may, no morning sun lasts a whole day. Your peak years are temporary, prepare now. Do the job now. Franklin didn't believe in intensity, He believed in repetition. Little strokes fell great oaks, or stick to it steadily and you will see great effects. Or at last, plow deep while sluggards sleep. Massive success is a daily discipline compounded. Not motivation, not hype, not bursts of productivity. Consistency here is king. Franklin closed the argument with this: never leave till tomorrow what you can do today. Or what he said: we may make these times better if we bestir ourselves. Stop waiting for better conditions. Stop blaming the economy. Stop waiting for the motivation. The moment you take control, you begin building wealth. And perhaps the harshest truth here, as he said, men are saved not by faith, but by the want of it. Don't rely on luck. Don't rely on others. Rely on vigilance. But Franklin wasn't arrogant. He also said, don't depend too much on your industry alone. Be humble, fortune can change. And also help others, because prosperity without humility turns into pride. And pride, as he said, is an expensive bag. The Benjamin Franklin's formula isn't complicated. It's basically you should work hard, should wake early, save aggressively, avoid debt, kill your ego, guard your time, and stay consistent. It's not flashy, it's also not viral, but it works. And it worked before modern finance existed. The question is, are you willing to live it?